What is up, everyone? It's your girl JJ, and we are gonna figure out how MrBeast solved YouTube because I need to solve it myself. But I'm a broke.
MrBeast has solved YouTube retention, hitting the golden benchmark of 70% retention with every video
That's
he
crazy.
makes.
70%, that's what you need.
But how does MrBeast reach
You know what's crazy? I don't even got 1%. What? Wait. So if his video doesn't get 70%, does he just re-upload it? Like, not good enough.
magic number? To find out, I spent a week closely studying as many MrBeast interviews, videos, and tweets as I could find, and I started to realize something. Buried across his content, MrBeast has revealed the exact framework he applies to each of his videos to get their retention so high.
I don't know how he does. Well, he does a lot of edits, but I spoke to another YouTuber. He's like, edits are not what you, not the only thing you need. So that's why I want to see is what else matters to a video.
And it starts with the first 5 seconds of the video.
Bro, I roast the hell
See?
out of people
5
who
seconds.
like have boring first 5 seconds.
Here's how MrBeast approaches this crucial time frame.
Essentially, your title and thumbnail set expectations, and at the very beginning of the video, to minimize drop-off, you want to assure them that those expectations are being met.
MrBeast is very clear that in the first 5 seconds of a video, you need to meet the expectations of your viewer. And to do that, he applies a 2-step formula to the very beginning of every one.
Okay. You would think, but like, what makes a good first 5 seconds? That's the biggest thing. It's like, what really makes a good 5 seconds? Because they want you to either go straight to the point or make a crazy edit. Nothing my thing. It's like, what makes a really good first 5 seconds? Does the first 5 to 30 seconds matter?
One of his videos. First, his first sentence matches his title, and second, his first shot matches his thumbnail. Let's take a look at an example. Check out the title and thumbnail for this video. In the thumbnail, there's a close-up of MrBeast with views of an icy Antarctica behind him. The primary colors used are red, white, and blue. The title of the video,
America.
I survived 50 hours in Antarctica. Now let's take a look at the first 5 seconds of the video.
We just landed in Antarctica and we're gonna survive the next 50 hours here.
Did you catch it?
Oh,
The very
red, white,
first
and blue.
shot closely resembles the thumbnail. There are snowy mountains, a blue sky, a close-up of MrBeast, and the primary colors are red, white, and blue. In MrBeast's first sentence,
We just landed in Antarctica and we're gonna survive the next 50 hours here.
very closely matches his title. Let's take a look at another example. This video is titled Ages.
How you guys feel about that, chat? What if you're not someone who does a lot of crazy edits, though? Like, he's someone that has... What about when he didn't do all these edits, though? How did he get the retention?
1 through 100 fight for $500,000. The thumbnail depicts a close-up of MrBeast in front of 100 people in red jumpsuits. The main colors used here are red, white, and black. Now let's take a look at the first 5 seconds.
Behind me are 100 people, and they range from the age 1 all the way through age 100.
The first shot matches the concept of the thumbnail. MrBeast close up with a mass of people in red jumpsuits behind him. The next shot further illustrates the point, with all 100 people lined up in order of age. And the first sentence,
Behind me are 100 people, and they range from the age 1 all the way through age 100.
matches the first part of the title. By using the first 5 seconds to immediately match the title and thumbnail, MrBeast minimizes drop-off from the very get-go. And if you're wondering about the second part of that title, don't worry, we'll get to that next. Because after applying his 2-step formula to the first 5 seconds of his video, MrBeast moves on to the first 20 seconds. And this is where it gets interesting. Because to keep
It's
the
all
retention
about
throughout the
athletics. What do you mean? He's going to the gym. Is that what you guys saying? It's all about what he's going to the gym. He's going to the gym, man. It's all about the athletics, my dudes.
Higher hook, the first 20 seconds of each of MrBeast's videos contain the same 3 core elements. He provides context, he introduces the stakes or payoff, and he creates a curiosity gap. Let's hop back to the ages 1 through 100 video to see each of these elements in action. We last left off this video after he showed 100 people. See if you can follow along.
And I've trapped each of them in their very own glass cube. The last one to leave their cube is going to win $500,000.
The challenge has officially begun. Let's see which age is the best.
In the first 20 seconds, MrBeast has provided context about the video setup, has introduced a juicy payoff, which, by the way, finishes meeting the expectations from the title and thumbnail, and creates a curiosity gap that entices viewers to stick around to figure out which age wins. He does all of that in less than 20 seconds. But it does
20 seconds. like I said, so it's within 30 seconds, not 5. I mean, it hooked you in 5 seconds, but you still had to stick within the first 30 seconds. You have to engage the video for 30 seconds so people doesn't click off. That's hard to do, man.
Doesn't stop there, because in addition to those 3 core elements, there's actually one more secret element that MrBeast applies to every one of his hooks. He alludes to it here.
So at the very beginning, match the expectations, and then you want to exceed them. So you want to assure people that what they clicked on is what they're getting, and then blow their mind and be like, "What? You're also getting even more."
It's not enough to simply match the expectations set by the title and thumbnail. To get that retention through the roof, MrBeast exceeds those expectations. How does he do that? It's simple. He puts in effort.
A lot of people, though, they underestimate effort in videos. Viewers aren't stupid. They can tell when you...
Presented by Cash App. Yeehaw. Oh, I'm blocking it. Presented by Cash App chat. Like, you guys want Cash App? Yeehaw.
ASS, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, a video. Or if you, like, really put in effort. And, like, if they can tell you...
But the thing is, you can put in a lot of effort, but you're not knowing how to put in the effort. So that's that. Oh. I don't know. Because, but it's all about the viewer at the end. Because it doesn't care how good you think your video is. It's all about how the viewer thinks your video is. YouTube is so frustrating.
effort.
When MrBeast talks about effort, what he's really doing is leveraging something called input bias, which is the idea that the more input we put into something, whether that be time or energy or cost, the more we'll value it.
Step into Wix Studio and handle every part of your build from one platform. Map out your project with an AI-powered...
As an example of input bias, if we pay $50 for a bottle of wine, we'll value that more than if we had paid $20 for the same bottle of wine. And leveraging this bias is the special sauce that makes MrBeast's hooks so retentive. If we revisit the first 20 seconds of the Ages 1 to 100 video, we can see input bias being leveraged starting here. This shot is masterful. In one glance, you instantly get the sense that an immense amount of time, effort, and money has gone into the making of this video. The next few seconds heightens this effect, showing the full magnitude of all of the effort that went into the video. This is how MrBeast not only meets the expectation that 100 people will fight for 500k, but exceeds that expectation by showing how much work was put into this idea. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How can you leverage input bias when you don't have a MrBeast budget? Well, you don't need a huge...
So, I should have had the subtitles, but, a lot of people be like, it's not about the budget, but I mean, I don't know, chat. What do you guys think about budget versus non-budget? Like, which one do you feel like you're more inclined to look at? One that has crazy editing or one that has lack of editing? I don't know.
Huge warehouse or a flashy set to trigger input bias. I did it in the beginning of this video. Did you catch it? To find out, I spent a week closely studying as many MrBeast interviews.
I still say that's low-key flashy though.
At the beginning of this video, I specifically mentioned how much time I spent researching for this video. My editing shows a high degree of effort as well. As a result, you as a viewer hopefully started to value my video more because you could tell how much work I put into it. The other elements of MrBeast's hooks aren't exclusive to MrBeast style videos either. See if you can spot them in the hook to this video. MrBeast has solved YouTube retention, hitting the golden benchmark of 70% retention with every video he makes.
70%, that's what you need.
But how does MrBeast reach this magic number? To find out, I spent a week closely studying as many MrBeast interviews, videos, and tweets as I could find, and I started to realize something. Buried across his content, MrBeast has revealed the exact framework he applies to each of his videos to get their retention so high, and it starts...
But my question is, if it's only the first 30 seconds that matters, why you keep doing it for the rest of the video? That's my question. If it's only the first 30 seconds that matter, why does the rest of the video edited?
The first 5 seconds of the video. Now, my hook is nowhere near perfect, and it makes one big mistake that MrBeast is always careful to avoid. Each of his intros is always no longer than 20 seconds long. MrBeast knows that the largest drop-off happens during the hook, so he jumps into the action as soon as possible. In his Ages 1 through 100 video, he says,
"You over-deliver."
The challenge has officially begun. Let's see which age is the best.
At the 12-second mark. In his video comparing the $1 yacht to the $1 billion yacht, his experience of the
that just low-key feel like Bro really has to practice. Imagine how many takes he has to say. It's like, wait, how long did that take? That took 30 seconds. Time to cut it down. Wait, that took 21 seconds. Time to cut it down. That took 19 seconds. Perfect. Like, bro, what?
Dollar yacht starts at the 18-second mark. For MrBeast, jumping into the action usually means starting the first challenge or experience. For a video like mine, it could mean jumping into the first point. Regardless, MrBeast starts the body of his video no later than 20 seconds in, because he knows that the sooner the retention curve starts to level off, the better. The question then becomes, how do you keep the retention curve level? What is MrBeast's secret to retention curves that look like this versus the steadily declining line that so many...
Thank you for the follow, King Prod. I appreciate it. We here go. Or oh, it's just different. どれだけ強いせいてでも思い出る僕みたい Anyway, oh, that was so random.
Many of us are familiar with. As it turns out, it's not one secret, it's three. And it starts with visual variety. When it comes to visuals, MrBeast is quite clear where he stands.
If I just talk to a camera for 10 seconds without a cut, like a lot of people will just like
Get bored, yeah.
lose interest.
To avoid this, MrBeast maintains visual variety, with a cut at least every 3 to 5 seconds to break things up. One of the best examples of this is in his Antarctica survival video. Take a look at the timing of his cuts during this clip.
Oh my god! Oh, don't slip. Oh, this is wild. I'm so terrified. There's a drop to my right. If I fall backwards, I roll for 2,000 feet.
Jimmy,
What?
we're 30 hours in.
Oh, yes!
This is a huge cliff. No joking. If we fall down there, we die. Yeah, 100%.
The process of hiking a mountain could have easily become quite boring, but by using 8 different shots within 20 seconds of footage, MrBeast is able to hold your attention throughout the entire process of climbing a mountain. And you don't need expensive drones or multiple cameramen to pull this off. If you do talking head videos, could you put another camera at an angle and then switch between the two to add variety? Alternatively, if you're like me and are too broke to afford 2 cameras, you can incorporate different levels of scale, zooming in and out in between clips to keep things visually dynamic. But even the most frequent changes in camera angles still can't make walking in a steep line interesting forever. Attention spans are shorter than they've ever been, a fact that MrBeast is quite aware of.
It's very hard with a single storyline, if you're doing like a double-digit minute video, to just have that one thing grip their entire attention throughout the whole video and pay off at the end.
And that's where secret number 2 comes in: consistent contrast. Instead of an entire 12-minute video featuring an Antarctic trek, MrBeast breaks things up using contrast. From the moment MrBeast sets off on his hike, a side story is introduced.
Now, Operation Hole. Come on.
Ad.
At TD,
You get
we
that
care
ad.
about the who's in your life as well as the what's. That's why we're a
Bro, it's giving. What do you guys think on this video so far? I think it's easy to listen to the information, but I think it's really hard to execute. That's what I think.
For the duration of the hike, to break up stretches of MrBeast's mountain journey, the viewer is periodically taken back to base camp to see the boys digging a hole. The contrast between the intensity of a frigid climb and the tomfoolery of the base camp shenanigans prevents the snowy footage from ever getting stale. And before you start thinking, but side stories don't work for my particular style of video, there are other ways to incorporate contrast. For a talking head video like this one, I try to do this by blending footage of me talking with clips from MrBeast's videos or interviews. Hopefully that contrast prevents you from getting too bored of my talking head. Now, is it working? I hope so. And while visual variety and consistent contrast are integral components of MrBeast's videos, the final secret to the body of his videos is the most retentive of them all. The final secret is good pacing. This is a concept often stated broadly, but rarely seen in detail. So let's get real specific. Most videos look like this. At the beginning of the video, there's high energy from your hook. At the end of the video, there's high energy from your payoff. But this middle bit is low energy in comparison, steadily declining in energy until the boost from the payoff at the end. In comparison, MrBeast videos look like this, with frequent cycles of high and low energy. What do I mean by high and low energy? It depends on the video. In MrBeast $1 versus $1 billion yacht video, each cycle is the experience of a new tier of yacht. The cycle starts with the high energy, exciting introduction of a new yacht, followed by the lower energy of the act of exploring the yacht, followed by a new cycle.
Wait, was that who was that? Who was that guy? What's this guy's name? Not Paul Rudd. Wasn't this man dating Kim K at one point? SNL dude. What's his name? I don't remember. It's giving amnesia, but whatever.
The new exciting yacht introduction. This keeps the pacing up throughout the entire duration of the video, right up until the final high energy payoff of the $1 billion yacht at the end. Each of MrBeast's cycles tends to be between 2 to 4 minutes long from start to finish, with the shorter cycles towards the front of the video and the longer cycles towards the back of the video. The slower, more emotional parts of MrBeast's videos are reserved for the last 20% of his videos, with the beginning allocated for lighter content. And of course, the concept of energy cycling for good pacing is not unique to MrBeast style videos. For this video, each new retention tactic I mentioned starts a new cycle, with the cycle starting with the high energy introduction of a new tactic, followed by the lower energy of explaining and giving examples, followed by a new cycle with a new tactic. The use of energy cycling keeps MrBeast's retention as flat as possible until the very end of his video. And when it comes to those final seconds, well, they're more important than most people give them credit for. Most people tend to see long drop-offs at the end of their videos, which hurts their overall retention. But MrBeast keeps his retention up right until his final ad read. To do this, he applies a two-part equation. First, he reveals a big payoff, and second, he makes sure to end the videos on a high note, whether that be dramatic, wholesome, or funny. To see this in action, check out the end of the ages 1 through 100 video.
I don't think it's in there. I think I'm going to pick my case.
You're gonna keep this.
Locked in?
All right, Joe, what is inside your briefcase?
Truth and he got it. We said all along, good guys can win.
So it pays off to be honest. Even though you didn't win, we still want to give you $10,000 and your family a trip to Disneyland to make things a little better. You're still gonna go.
Yay!
We took items.
MrBeast ends with an ad read because he is contractually obligated to do so, but regardless.
But okay, well, my question is, how would you execute that with someone who doesn't got the bread? Be like, okay, well, because okay, back then he used to be like, you get a cookie. I don't think the same will apply now for people. I don't think you can really just be like, get a cookie. If you subscribe, you get a cookie. So like, I'm just like, what is a hook people can use if you're not in like the MrBeast craze? Like, doing this is so complicated.
You're still left with the high of the big $500,000 payoff and the wholesomeness of the loser still being gifted $10,000 and a trip to Disneyland. Of course, you don't need to shell out thousands of dollars in each of your videos, but to ensure your viewers leave your videos wanting to come back for more, end on a high note. You'd think that would be the end, right? But no, despite being so intentional about every component of the video, from the first 5 seconds, the first 20, to the body, until the very end, MrBeast still has one final secret he applies to hit that 70% retention. After the entire video is made,
low-key, I would have
from start to
ended the video,
finish,
but
MrBeast
like,
will go
I'm
back
low-key
and cut
reacting,
out
so.
every dull moment. How does he identify these dull moments? Simple. He'll have 10 friends roast his videos, and
Bruh.
he'll watch people watch his videos. He trusts his friends to not hold back when shelling out criticism. And when watching people watch his videos, he looks specifically for when they get bored or reach for their phones. He'll go back to those moments in his videos and either rework them or cut them completely. And that's how MrBeast...
You know what's funny though? If I am watching Mr. Beast's video, I am literally on my phone doing something else. Like the focus is not the Mr. Beast video. It's literally something to have in the back if I am or was watching the video.
Retention. Here's the full guide to MrBeast's retention solution.
Okay, let you little bingus. I had that for like okay. Someone could take a screenshot. Step 1. First 30 seconds. Provide context. What do you need to know in a video to make sense? Okay. I'm already tired. Introduce the stakes and payoff. Create a curiosity gap. Okay. That is step 1. Oh, wait. Yeah. Then there's bonus to show all the extra time and energy you be putting into the video. How do podcast people do it? That's my question. How do podcasters do it without doing any of this stuff? First 5 seconds is step 2. Bro, shouldn't you have the first 5 seconds be step 1? Not step what? Main objective speak the expectation from title, thumbnail. First sentence matches title. First shot, the thumbnail. Visual variety. Every 3 to 5 seconds, break up. B or C camera zooms or visual aesthetics. Consistent contrast. Keep things from getting stale. Good pacing cycles and low energy cycles should be 2 to 4 minutes longer. The last 20% of the video could be used for slower content, lighter, faster content. Main objective: leave a lasting impression, reveal the payoff, and on a dramatic, wholesome or funny note. Checklist. Main objective. Have your friends roasted what they do when they get bored. Watch people watch your video. Okay, well, I don't think you really have people actually watch your video. I think you can't really do that part. I think you have them react to it, but watch it. But the thing is, I think the friends part doesn't really work because your friends are either gonna be lying to you or be like it's good or not even know what to look for. Because your friends are too. Your friends are gonna be too biased. Or they're gonna pick stuff that they like but not know exactly what they're gonna want for YouTube. Does that make sense? Like, I really feel like for this part, it would not be a friend but like another YouTuber in this case who's already up there. Or like, I can't even say someone who's not a friend. Because it's like, who would you just randomly watching your videos? I don't know. That was a tricky one. But yeah, what do you guys think of this video? Do you agree with it? Disagree? Let me know in your comments down below. And you guys have a good one. It's your girl JJ Beats signing out. Bye bye.